Now, this is more advanced factorising quadratics, so it's A grade work where we have a number in front of the x squared. So the approach that I've shown you with this is to write a double bracket, okay? So we can expect it to be double bracket. And because it's 2x squared, instead of writing x now in both brackets, I'm actually going to ask you to write 2x in both brackets, okay? And remember, I know that doesn't make sense because, when you times them, you're going to get 4x squared, aren't you? Not 2x squared. But we'll deal with that later, okay? So with this method, what we need to do is, because there's a number in front of the x squared, we need to times that now by the number at the end, which is 30. So I'm going to times that by 2, and of course then I get 60. So I need now to come up with a pair of numbers that times to give 60. And of course then we need to get them to add up to give this. So if you think about pairs, right, 1 and 60, 2 and 30, 3 and 20, and in fact I'm going to stop because 3 and 20 is looking good to get minus 17. So if you make that a minus 20 and then add 3, that will take me to minus 17. And all you need to do then is put these numbers in. Okay, so we're going to put plus 3 in here, minus 20. Okay, now of course we're not done because remember we had said about that problem. We've got 4x squared. But what we do now with this method is we divide, okay? We divide then by what we times by there. So it's kind of like, think of it as like paying back because I times by 2 here. We're now going to divide by 2. We look at the first bracket and we can see that's not divisible by 2. You can't divide 3 by 2 to get a whole number. So we keep the first bracket as is, but the second bracket is divisible by 2. So if I divide that by 2, I get x, divide that by 2, I get 10, and there is my factorised form, 2x plus 3, x minus 10.